Hello and welcome back. We're going to take a look at our settings in this video, and it's important to start with our settings because we want to establish things like shipping rates and payment providers before we start selling anything in our store. So let's go ahead and start with our general settings. First are our store details, which is where we have our store name, account email, and customer email. If you ever wanted to change your store name, this is where you do it. And then you might want to have a separate customer email from your account email so that when customers contact you, it isn't getting mixed up with your personal email address. Next is the store address. Obviously, this is where your store is located. And then we have the standards and formats, which includes our time zones, units, weight, and optional ID information. These time zones and unit system are based on the address that you inputted for your store. Also here you can set the store currency as well. So next, let's take a look at our shipping settings. So our shipping origin is obviously where our products are going to be shipping from. Next, you'll see that we have shipping rates at checkout, and we can establish different shipping zones depending on where our customers are located. Really quickly, let's see how to add a new shipping zone. I'm going to click on Add Shipping Zone. And let's say I have customers in the United Kingdom, so I'm going to name our zone UK. And then I'm going to add countries and search for UK. And select, add. So now you see that we have price-based rates and weight-based rates. Price-based rates are based on the price of a customer's order. So we'll add a rate. Let's say the minimum order price is $0. Maximum order price is $50. And we'll say that our rate for that order is $10 shipping. We'll name this rate standard shipping and save. Now I could add another rate saying that above $50 is free shipping. Save. So now if I were to add a weight-based rate, this applies to orders that are heavier. So if you're shipping something like maybe dog beds or cans of soda, something that has some sort of heft to it, you would go in and add a weight range for those products. So order weights that are under $25 will say have free shipping on that. Save. And then orders that are $50 have a rate of $15 shipping, and we'll count this as standard shipping. And done. Also, there's the option to add calculated rates if you're using an outside carrier, but for now I'm going to go ahead and save. Back to the shipping page. And now you'll see that we have our new shipping zone created with all of our different shipping rates. So next are shipping labels, which Shopify gives you a discount on. There's also the option to add in packaging. And then if you had outside carrier accounts, you could add them here. Or if you had a drop shipping service, you could add that here as well. Now let's adjust some of the settings on the checkout page. The first option we have is the style, which we'll leave alone for now. Next are our customer accounts, which there are 3 options: accounts disabled, accounts optional, or accounts required. I would select either disable or optional for this page, as having required accounts can put customers off in the checkout area. Next is customer contact information. I'm going to change this to just email. And when you get these customer emails, you can use these for marketing in the future. Next are the form options that'll display on the checkout page. Everything in here is fine, so we can leave this alone. Next are the order processing settings. And then when a customer is checking out, we'll use their shipping address as their billing address. Most people's shipping addresses and billing addresses are the same, so that's what we'll leave it as. So the next thing is asking for customer permission to send emails. By default, we have it set to doesn't agree, but if you have a more aggressive marketing strategy, you can change this to agrees. I'm going to leave it as doesn't agree. And then what happens after an order has been paid? We have it set to do not automatically fulfill any orders, or we can change this to automatically fulfill if they're using gift cards of the order. Right now, I'm going to leave this as do not automatically fulfill. And we do want to archive our orders after it's been fulfilled and paid. The next section is abandoned checkouts, which is when a customer comes to a store, puts items in their cart, and then doesn't make a purchase. This is where you can set an email to remind that customer to come back to your store. Our store's checkout language is currently set to English, which is fine. And now we have refund, privacy policy, and terms of service statements. So if you didn't have this information already, Shopify gives you the option to generate a sample. So I'm going to click on Generate Sample Refund Policy. And there's our text. Obviously, you'll want to scroll through this and adjust any of this information should you change it in the future. I'm also going to go ahead and generate a sample privacy policy and terms of service statement as well. And save. And that's it for the checkout. Next on our list are payment providers. Basically, whoever's going to be handling any credit cards that are processed in your store. So Shopify Payments is the first one that Shopify recommends because they have the lowest transaction fees. However, Shopify Payments isn't available everywhere. It's only available in the US, the UK, Canada, Ireland, and New Zealand. So if you're outside those areas, you have the option to use PayPal, which is more readily available, but PayPal does have higher fees than Shopify Payments. Next is Amazon Pay, which I feel most people probably won't use. Or if you don't want to use PayPal or Shopify Payments, you can choose one of these from this list of payment providers right here. There's also the option to activate custom payments for anyone that wants to use cash on demand, money orders, or bank deposits. And then for payment authorization, we're going to go ahead and automatically capture payments for orders. So really quickly, let's take a look at the taxes section. You'll see that for our tax setting, the first thing that's selected is all taxes are included in your prices. Basically, when your customer gets to the checkout area, you want the tax to be included in the price so it doesn't seem like an additional charge. Also down here are tax rates, which you should probably leave alone unless you're a master of taxes. Now we're going to go to the Files page. And basically what the Files page is any images or videos or documents that you have for your store will be stored in this area. Right now you see I've got some images from other projects that I've been working on, but whenever you add product images or anything else, that goes to this File section. Then we'll come back and go into Notifications. This is where all notifications that get sent out of your store can be managed. So our first section are our customer notifications, and basically these are all the notifications that your customer can receive about an order that they've created, about shipping information, or about just general customer information. Next, we've got notices for our order for notifications. And basically this is where you can establish what these notifications will look like for your customer. Down here is also webhooks, but we'll leave this alone. So the next section we'll look at are gift cards. And this is where you control the expiration date for gift cards that you offer in your store. Automatically, it's set to gift cards never expire, but we could set this to gift cards expiring months after purchase, days after purchase, or possibly even years after purchase. There's also the option to enable Apple Wallet passes if you'd like to have that in your store as well. I'm going to save. and go back to our store. And then for sales channels, obviously our only sales channel right now is our online store. But as we get further into this series, we'll look at other sales channels that you can add on in the future. The final section is the account. And this is where you manage your account and account permissions. So right now we see that I've been a member since July 2nd and that I already have a plan in place. I'm on a monthly plan and my account status is active. Also, you see that there is the account owner and staff accounts. So the account owner is the one who is main control over the account. But if you have other people helping you with your store, you can add them on as staff members. So that's all for the settings video. In the next video, we'll get started with building out our store.